Hello everybody, it's TannerFishies here, back again with a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a pretty interesting discussion that happened over on Ninjago Twitter recently, involving a few vocal Ninjago fans, Ninjago series co-creator Tommy Andreasen, and the character of Cyrus Borg. Recently, a tweet resurfaced from all the way back in 2017 featuring Tommy Andreasen himself talking about the character of Cyrus Borg and what exactly went into his creation. You know, in terms of how they designed his character for Ninjago Season 3. And after this tweet resurfaced, for some reason, a few vocal Ninjago fans deemed the tweet and the character of Cyrus Borg offensive. Why exactly? Well, let's talk about that. A few of you guys on Twitter had sent the tweet my way and asked for my opinion, and after reading through some of the replies and also the tweet itself, I figured this could make for a very interesting discussion to be had on this very channel. In today's video, my plan is to let you guys know what exactly went down and the discussions that are being had surrounding this Tommy Andreasen tweet from 2017. I would like to give my personal thoughts in the most respectful way possible, and I also want to spend some time complimenting the character of Cyrus Borg because I feel like as a character he doesn't deserve all of this discourse. So as I said, the tweet in question is actually from 2017 in March, so quite a long time ago. Again, not sure what made this tweet resurface, but the tweet itself reads as follows. Of course, somebody starts by asking Tommy Andreasen a simple question: what gave you the idea to make Cyrus Borg disabled? A pretty fair and reasonable question. To which Tommy Andreasen responds with this: we wanted the digital overlord to be able to take over his body, and this is where the problems start to arise. At least for a couple of people. Now this very much feels like a stereotypical Twitter cancellation. For some reason this tweet was unearthed from years ago, and now people are complaining about it in the modern day. It's a very awkward situation to say the least, but I don't think Tommy Andreasen needs to be hated on for this tweet. I mean, sure, it's not worded the best way, he probably could have spent a little bit more time wording the tweet, but it's just an innocent mistake, nothing to be worried about there. It's pretty understandable, we all have moments like that and nobody is perfect. I'm sure there's a lot more to the Cyrus Borg character aside from just his disability, however, and frankly I think it's awesome to have a disabled character as part of the Ninjago storyline. I think Cyrus Borg is a lot more important to the overall plot of Ninjago than a lot of people give him credit for, and thankfully this isn't a huge situation. I don't think Tommy Andreasen is going to be fired from Ninjago or anything like that, and the Cyrus Borg character will most likely not be removed from the Ninjago TV series. And as I've said, the tweet could have been worded a little bit better, that's for sure. But when you think about it, the character of Cyrus Borg has done a lot for Ninjago overall. I feel like people don't appreciate that character as much as they probably should, and the writing and creative decisions surrounding the character. The character of Cyrus Borg is inspirational, to say the least. During his debut appearance of Ninjago Season 3, he made it very clear that his disability would not define him. He doesn't let it slow him down. He's always finding a way to work around things, and his disability, I would argue, does not define his character. He's amazing in several other ways, and I believe that's part of the reason why Season 3 was so great in terms of a story. I loved the setup for Ninjago Rebooted. All of the technology surrounding Ninjago City was breathtaking to me. It was curious to see how the ninja would react in such an environment, and who do we have to thank for all of the technological advancements of new Ninjago City? That's right, Cyrus Borg. He's brilliant. He's one of the smartest characters across all of Ninjago, responsible for a large majority of technology that we still see even in today's day and age. Borg Tower is a common place for the Ninjago plot to revisit across several seasons. We also know that Cyrus Borg is quite resourceful, to say the least. He's constantly improving himself, assisting the ninja, improving Ninjago City the best that he can. He's a pretty resourceful and tactical guy when he wants to be. Sure, he gets kidnapped easily sometimes, but I feel like that's just because of his personality, not so much his physical disability. He's kind of a frail guy in terms of personality, I must say. He's not the toughest guy out there, that's for sure. And to me, that's okay. It just adds more diversity across the Ninjago cast, and I feel like Cyrus Borg as a character makes himself stand out when you compare him to several other Ninjago characters. We also know that Cyrus Borg is a very caring father. During Season 3 Rebooted, there's an excellent sequence in which Borg tells Pixel that she can do whatever she wants with her own life. She doesn't belong to anyone. Even though Cyrus Borg created her, she's her own person, her own individual. And to me, once again, that's just very inspirational. That caused Pixel to make her own decisions for herself, and I find that to be fantastic. Borg was also important to the finale of Season 3. Granted, his idea of the shrinking pill didn't really work as much as he had thought it would. It ended up shrinking Pythor and not the Overlord, but still, Borg was there during the finale of Season 3 in an attempt to fix what he unintentionally started. And why even stop at Rebooted's plot? In my opinion, the plots of Possession, Hands of Time, and Prime Empire would not be the same without Cyrus Borg's involvement. He's a very well-rounded and respectful character in my opinion, in the way that he's presented and the way that he's actually written. I find his character to be inspirational, important to the plot, and overall just a fantastic soul to have in the Ninjago universe. Sure, he was possessed by the Overlord, but other characters were possessed throughout Ninjago's timeline too by the Overlord or different people. Such characters include include Garmadon, Master Wu, and Lloyd. Cyrus Borg may have been a fairly easy target to possess, that's for sure, but again, I hardly doubt that has to do with his disability. In my opinion, that has more to do with his personality and his inner frailness making him an easy target for the Overlord. He's one of the smartest people across all of Ninjago. Unfortunately, he's not the strongest person out there in terms of personality. Thus, the Overlord was able to possess him easily, and that's always how I viewed his story. Ever since I was younger watching Ninjago rebooted, Cyrus Borg just seemed like an easy target for possession to me. And that has nothing to do with his physical disability. Because as I've said, that's not an important part of his character. He doesn't let it slow him down, and he works around it the best he can. I feel like people in the Ninjago community do not give Borg the appreciation that he deserves, and I think more people should take a look into how the character was actually written in Ninjago Season 3. Rebooted for some reason is a pretty popular season to hate on nowadays, and sure, Rebooted does indeed have its problems, but in my opinion, it's nowhere near the bottom of the list for me. Rebooted has several things that make it stand out as something special, and in the case of Cyrus Borg, he brings only positive aspects to Season 3 in my own humble opinion, like I said. He's amazing in several ways, and he's part of the reason why I felt like the Season 3 story was so good. So at the end of the day, I don't think the character of Cyrus Borg deserves to be deemed offensive. I don't find him offensive by any means. I understand why some people might be a little bit irritated by his conception, especially if the only reason why he's disabled is so that he could be an easy target for possession. I feel like there are other ways they could have went about that. At the same time, though, I don't feel like Tommy Andreasen deserves to be Twitter canceled, I guess you could say. Very heavy quotations around the phrase Twitter canceled. I mean, the tweet was dug up from a long time ago, many years ago, all the way back in 2017, and now in the modern day, a few people are trying to make it a big deal, even though it's probably not that big of a deal. I don't know, as I've said, the tweet probably could have been worded a little bit better, but in my opinion, like I said, this is not a very big deal, and I don't think the character of Cyrus Borg, nor Tommy Andreasen, are offensive people by any means. And that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Once again, a couple of you guys have sent this topic my way, and I personally think this can make for a pretty enjoyable conversation to be had down below in the comment section. So with that being said, you guys feel free to leave your comments down below discussing what exactly you think about the tweet and the character of Cyrus Borg, and maybe after watching the video, do you have a new appreciation for the Cyrus Borg character? Or alternatively, what are some of your issues with the Cyrus Borg character? Nobody in Ninjago is downright perfect by any means. So leave some comments down below, you guys, discussing your thoughts on all of this, and hopefully the discussion was easy to follow, and hopefully it wasn't offensive to anybody. That was not my intention here. Again, I was just trying to give my thoughts on this issue in the most respectful way possible. So with that being said, everybody, thank you so much for watching. That'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here today. Once again, if you enjoyed today's video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and as always, check out the links down below in the description from other forms of social media. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Once again, you guys, my name is TannerFishies, and with that, I bid you farewell.